Betty Rage.
Yeah.
This is called Sacrament. Little girl in field running. Glass jar in hand containing fireflies. In daylight, the world is a sacrament. Leaves of fire under tiny feet. Chicory grows wild. Blue flowers poke up. Plucked soft by her soft hands. What is there but magic? Nothing sensible but sounds, smells, sights. A sensory parade where the conductor waves wrong, erasing every image, dull or murky. In this jar is her sacrament. She watches her captives in wingspan panic, their failed attempts to escape as they drop to dusty bottom. How beautiful leaves look in comparison. Yet she has no reaction. She has felt death before. Death of nerve, skin, a bloodless paralysis, silent exhale. Still, only a suspended, temporary. Death like that is a weightless hollow until color resumes. They don't scream, these fireflies. Like her, they accept surrender, trapped in jars. Even temporary death is preferable to color woken from sleep. From late night hands that twist her neck like lids. Arm span panic. Shut down. In this field, she chooses the captives. She chooses. Who will drop like dust into dulled silence, unthinkably dead in the inside world. Outside, leaves will continue to fall, making the carpet the tiny feet. Woo!
Cyndi Johnson. Wait, that mic messed up because let me. I'll take the bad one.
I'll just share with you.
I can fix the other one too.
Oh, you can?
Well,
It's fine.
so how do you make these songs and then like assign them to poets?
It was all actually. Well, let's see. What did I do? I just.
He sent me a piece. I kind of started off with Jerome that way, where Jerome would send me a piece, and or sometimes I would record a piece and send it off to Sweden, and then he would just put music and work around it, and even have the technology to break it up and restructure and
your words?
well, not restructure so much the order, but make pauses and echoes and things on the words. So Greg sent me this piece, and he just said, "Here, do something with this." So I his stuff is kind of dark and industrial, so I wanted to touch on a subject that's really, really dark. And in this particular piece, Sacrament, it's a little girl who is being abused, so she catches fireflies and she traps them in the jars because she's in control of that. They're her prisoners. Sometimes you act out when you're a child. And so when she puts the fireflies into the jar and she twists the lid, there's the one line about it's like your twisted neck. And then when she watches the lights go out, it's kind of like when her own light goes out and she is not there, even though her body is there.
See, it's all those metaphors.
Right, it's a very dark, dark piece.
Metaphors are really hard for me. It's hard for me to understand unless you translate it. It's almost like going to the opera.
That's exact. That's a perfect explanation, right? It is. It's a perfect. Poetry is its own language, and for me, it's a disjointed language. The way that I actually think in my mind, and so sometimes I write poems. And poem, you can attest to this. Poem actually kind of tells stories, and your poems are very, very musical, because you can follow them, and they have a certain musicality to them. My stuff tends to be, unless I'm doing like a piece for a song, but when it's flat out poetry, it's kind of disjointed. So I try to.
That's fine with me. I have no problem with disjointed.
Well, sometimes they're very easy to follow, and I think sometimes that an explanation helps people who don't quite get it. But then I also think that when you read a piece of poetry, you get what you get out of it.
Yeah, which is what that's art. But you said about abuse, and I just want to say there is a show called Lemon Meringue that a guest was on a couple weeks ago, and it's running through Sunday, and we were just given the carte blanche today to invite anyone who wants to see the show from ReW&WhO between now and Sunday, and it's amazing, and it's about child abuse and someone who's gone through it, and it's so good. I'm telling you, I had no idea what to expect, but it was so much better than I could ever have imagined. And if anyone wants to see the show, just let us know. Email ReW&WhO@gmail.com or tell me, and you can see this show, and it's amazing.
I just find it amazing that somebody can actually write. You know, when you're writing something, a song that's a little bit murky or a poem that's a little bit murky as well, it's kind of like you talk about something, but you can talk about it in a way that's also still sort of private. When you write an actual play and you're telling the story flat out, that's pretty brave.
When you see this show, it is braver than brave. It is freaking amazing. It's like, and then you're watching it, and then something more brave happens. And then they have these two little gorgeous, I mean, beyond beautiful actresses who are dancers, and they dance in between the scenes, and they also take on acting parts as various people. It's so good. I highly recommend Lemon Meringue, and I think anyone who is here and is around over the next couple days that you should definitely see it.
When did we come up with that title?
Oh, you got to see the show.
Oh, you'll like
Yeah, I asked the same question, and it's important. I can't tell you because he wouldn't tell me till I saw it, but I know the answer.
Okay. That conjures up a lot of very, very creepy sort of things.
It's not creepy. It's not creepy. The lemon meringue part is not creepy at all.
Okay, so
Get your mind out of the gutter, young lady.
Armand's always in the gutter. Look at you, mister. Betty Rage. Yeah.
Well, at least I won't be at the Bowery Flophouse gutter this evening.
That's fine. So what are you performing? I know you perform as a poet and a musician, and you're the cutest little rock star.
yes. I think we're performing on the 8th here for Alan's birthday.
Oh, I'm playing that night too, at midnight.
Yeah.
But you're going on at what time?
I don't know yet. I have to talk to Frank.
Yeah, I have to be solo at midnight because. But why? Why are you laughing? Is Frank still here?
No.
Nope. No, we're set.
I think we're playing the 8th for Alan's birthday. It's just Frank and one of my band members. They're like two little bratty brothers that are always bickering. So,
Oh, it happens.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Push a button for them.
What's the right one?
yeah, because you know it's funny, really.
Yeah, there you go. Right. So, Cyndi, you and Puma also. You can't have her same skeleton, but if you had a fantasy skeleton, something that you want to do that you haven't done yet, that is not in the lines, it's out of the lines. What is a fantasy skeleton for you? Who do you want to wake up with in the morning?
Oh, Miles Kennedy.
Oh.
Miles Kennedy from Slash. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's not even a skeleton, really, because everybody knows it. I named my Kia Miles Kennedy.
Well, there you go. It's National Peanut Butter Fudge Day. You can have the fudge part too. So, what is the website that you want people to find you? Facebook.
Well, for poetry, I have on Reverb Nation, it's Cyndi Dawson, word rocker, one word. And for the band, it's Reverb Nation, the Synth. So I think if you just, I hate to say Google it, because that's so arrogant, but if you Google Cyndi Dawson, spelled with a Y, C-Y-N-D-I, the Reverb Nation pages are the first things that tend to come up, so it's pretty easy.
So, hopefully, I'll see you December 8th.
Yeah. I'll be here.
Yeah, I'll be here late. But December 8th is also the anniversary of when my brother passed, and he is the producer of the show. So I find it to be like really comforting that Alan's party is going to be on my brother's, anniversary.
I've spent three birthdays, I think, with Alan now. I'm not.
His birthday's the 10th.
No, but I've spent his 3 birthday parties, the celebration of his birthday, which is even more important than the birthday itself, because the celebration involves all kinds of good things.
Yeah, because he loves you.
I love Alan. Alan is,
You know Alan.
I know Alan.
and
yes.
he's like so cuddly and lovable. Like, you just want to hug them. You just want to hug them.
He'll be the Who here next week, actually.
Great.
So, any last shout-outs, my dear?
Well, I think
Patty, we love you, Patty. The Patty from Boston.
patty cakes.
Yeah.
Patty.
Well, right now we're recording with Pepe Castro, so the only thing left to do now on the new songs is the vocals, which is me. So once we do that, we've got some new tracks for people to hear, and also his son Jesse played drums with us last week, and he's amazing. This kid is so talented.
Great.
So he probably fill in for us now and again. I don't really know what's going to happen with that. He could end up drumming with us. I don't know.
Well, which is your bandmate that's having next?
I can't. No.
So it's not the drummer.
No, it's just guys. They don't know how to fight. Like, girls will come out and just say exactly what it is that they're mad about. It's nasty, it's to the point, it's cold, but it's over and done with quickly. Guys, they dance around the issue and they say everything nasty but what they need to talk
So,
about.
like, passive-aggressive, is that? I think that is not gender.
No?
I think it's just personality. I think both do both.
Really?
Yeah.
My experience is that they're just fight like idiots.
Any fight like an idiot?
No, because when girls fight, I'm telling you, we just... Well, no, we had an idiot fight. Pooh and I had our first girl fight. And I was so upset. Because we texted, but if we had once we got on the phone, it lasted 1 minute.
Yeah, because texting, there's no, the tone isn't there.
Plus, I'm typing so fast and she's typing so fast that by the time I've read hers, I've already got 10 texts down there that I haven't even read hers yet because they're covered up by all my 10 ones.
Yeah, exactly. Why can't we all just get along?
Exactly.
God damn it already. Come
Those
on.
men, I tell you.
That's right. Exactly. So we got a lot more happening. Thank you always. We'll be back.